Hey, how's it going? I recently shot a music video for an artist called Oogway. Matty is his real name. So I figured I'd make a little video explaining how I put together a plan for this music video. I made everything in Milanote. I'd recommend it for any sort of artistic endeavor you want to get into if you need to plan a project, even for notes or anything like that. It's a really good tool. I started out by making these 7 boards. A mood board, storyboard, shot list, lighting breakdown, schedule, gear, and materials. And basically I just went from left to right the way it's laid out right now and filled out all of the different boards. I started by writing a really rough idea and a loose narrative of what I thought the whole story could be. Then from there, I identified the various different types of shots that I wanted to get, and in this case, I organized it into 3 different categories: covered shots, outdoor shots, and the ethereal state, dreamy type shots. And using Milanote for this made it super easy. I could add in a whole bunch of screenshots or even add links to different references that I wanted to reference. For instance, I added in these couple Adobe stock footage links for the overlays that I wanted to use for the projector shot. I dumped everything that I could think of into this document. Every reference that I sort of liked just went into there, and then after everything was in there, I started deleting stuff and refining my vision. And basically once that whole mood was set, I could start to visualize the rest of the music video. And then from there, I sat down with Matty, showed him the entire mood board, explained what I was thinking about, and he liked it. So from then on, I went and started creating the storyboard. Okay, so before we get started, I am terrible at drawing, as you can probably see, and this is probably the worst looking part in the entire planning document. But to be honest, it doesn't really matter if it looks amazing in your storyboard, but it's just important that you and the rest of the people on set can understand what you're trying to say with your storyboard. So yeah, this storyboard was a combination of some super basic stickman figures, some reference photos, and also a couple super basic designs from this free app I downloaded called Storyboarder. Although a large portion of the music video was going to be covered shots, I still think it helps to fill out the entire storyboard just to visualize what the final product is going to look like. And then this way you can kind of see if you need to add in more shots, which is a lot better to identify before shooting the music video compared to after getting the shots done. Again, from there, I went back and sat down with Matty, showed him the entire storyboard, and then once we were happy with how everything looked, I created a shot list. I did this through using the to-do notes function on Milanote. And basically, I just listed out all the shots that were on the storyboard in a list form organized by location. So what I mean by this is every shot that we're gonna take in one location will go under one to-do note. When we were shooting, I had Milanote open on my phone, and once we got a shot, I just hit the check mark and crossed it out, and we moved on to the next one. And that just made life so much easier for me. I didn't have to worry about if we had shot this shot because I could just, it was checked off, so I knew we got it. It's also a great way to make sure that you don't forget to shoot anything, because if anything that is left unchecked, you know you still have to shoot it. Well, I mean, yeah, it's a check. It's basically a checklist, so it helps a lot. Another board that I made before the day of the shoot was a lighting breakdown. Because I already knew what locations we were shooting at, I could sort of plan for lighting ahead of time, which made the whole shooting process, especially setting up for lighting, go a lot smoother on the day. I used another free app called Shot Designer, which allowed me to create these super handy top-down diagrams. On the actual day of the shoot, most of the shots were lit the way that I had planned them, but of course there were some instances where we had to, improvise a little bit. But regardless of that, getting down the rough idea of how I wanted to light a scene definitely made it go a lot smoother on the day. Then I made a quick schedule just so that everyone knew how much time we were able to allocate to different shots. Since we had the time, I decided to schedule in a little bit of extra time just to keep the whole set a little less stressful, but also to allow a bit of time for us to just experiment and play around with different shots and angles. So yeah, there were 2 days to this shoot, as you can see, and I just labeled the columns by their day and location, and then just added notes to the column to show how long each shot would take. Then after that, I made a list of gear. I decided to use the to-do note again, just so when I was packing, I was able to check it off once I got everything packed, and this helped a lot for packing up to go to the shoot and also leaving the shoot at the same time to make sure nothing got forgotten on the set. Then after that, I did the exact same thing for the different materials that we need. And yeah, that was the entire planning process. Another great thing about Milanote was I was able to share this Milanote with everyone that was going to be on set. So they were able to go through this entire document, basically go through what I was thinking in my head, and I was able to convey this information across to everyone on set too, which is super important. So we're all kind of synchronized on the day. We all kind of know what our jobs are, what we're doing, and what we're working towards. But yeah, that's all for me today. I hope you enjoyed that video and found it useful. I'll leave a link to all the apps that I talked about in the description below. Also, the full music video will be coming out really soon, so get ready for that, and be sure to check out Matty's work too. All the links will be in the description below. But yeah, thanks for watching. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.